think I'm in love with you.
The thing is, you wish...
No, I am in love with you. Well, I do love you, and that's it.
We are going to love you.
I'm so lucky to have found a connection who I have a deep, strong connection with that is unbreakable. So Andrew Edward LePage, will you be my boyfriend?
Guys, welcome back to Romance Review TV with Lady T, and I got another recap for you guys. Love Island UK season 8 episode 39, and love is in the villa in this episode. Most of our couples are now recoupled, and some of them make it official. So we'll talk about that and unpack the rest of what happened in this episode. But before we do, make sure you take a second to see if you're subscribed to this channel. Also, make sure that your notification bell is turned on so you can be notified every time there are updates. And then don't forget to like and share. So, as we remember from episode 38, there were several dates. Adam had 3 dates. We saw Luca and Gemma had their first date. And yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, they've been together since day 1. And then on episode 38, they finally get to go on the first date. Go figure. Then we had a performance by Becky Hill in the villa. So the Islanders definitely had a good time. However, before they could get comfortable and, talk about how much they enjoyed the day, in this episode, we see that a text message came in where there's going to be a recoupling where the boys have the power. So they get to choose, and Adam gets to choose first since he's new in the villa. So everybody gathered around the fire pit, heard the instructions given to Tasha through her phone. And Adam, of course, no surprise, ended up choosing Paige. And it seemed like she's happy, but I still think there's a little part of her that's still missing jocks, and we'll see as this episode goes on. Of course, Andrew's turn, and he picks none other than Tasha, even though he was originally coupled up with Coco, and Tasha was originally coupled up with Billy. And that whole thing is a hot mess because just the day before, she was talking about if she was missing out on something by not being with Billy. So Andrew ended up choosing Tasha, and yeah, that whole combination, again, you know where I stand. It was Billy's turn. Billy ended up choosing Danica because, as we saw in yesterday's episode, he really was vibing off of her workouts and some of her poses and stretches. So I guess he wanted to pursue the connection. It's Dami's turn, and Dami was originally coupled up from Casa Amor with Summer. So now he decided to go back to his lady love, India, and his speech was very, very impressive. Now, some people might have felt like, you just putting on the charm, but hey, it was enough to put a big smile on India's face because she was more than happy to get back with her man, Dami. And Dami is sick and tired of sleeping on the daybed. So now they are reunited back in the bedroom. So then we got Luca. No surprise with this, ended up with Gemma. We knew they had a great first date in episode 38. So, no surprise. They've been together since day 1 when the public matched these two together. Next up was Josh. Now, Josh was coupled up with Danica from Casa, but he ended up choosing Summer. Now, I was surprised by that. I did see a little bit of interaction with those two, but okay, we'll see. And then it was Davide. Davide, of course, chose none other than his girl Ekansu. No surprise there, and she's just over the moon. She really likes this guy. I still think that he really don't 100% trust her, but okay. Then we got Deji. Deji was all alone because India has moved on back with Dami. He ended up coupling up with Coco because she was the remaining person. So that's where that ended. So now with this whole conversation happening between Paige and Adam, Adam is more than happy to pretty much make his intentions known, that he really want to pursue this connection that he has with Paige. You can tell Paige is still a little bit hesitant because, I mean, she still got jocks in her system. So, you know, that's not going to stop Adam though. However, Paige is open. So, you know, we'll see how that go. And he is just really excited about her, her down-to-earth girl next door personality. Then we have the conversation with Dami and India. India is gushing over his speech at the recoupling ceremony and how much she loved it. And she said, I know we overcame a lot, but, you know, hey, we got to start over and we need to make this happen. And Dami is definitely here for it. They really had a good vibe over the past few episodes since Casa. You know, it didn't work out with Summer. The connection couldn't be broken. And she was like, you know what? He put a smile on my face, so I'm going to keep on connecting. Then we got Danica and Billy. Now, Billy, I really don't see the connection here. Danica is most definitely willing to pursue this after the interest that he showed at the workout session yesterday. But, yeah, I don't know about this connection. My girl need to be with somebody that's 100%. Now, this is an interesting coupling here with Josh and Summer. And Summer was open to getting to know Josh. Josh is trying to figure out where she is, and it seemed like they are a slow burn, that they can maybe build up on something. I'm excited to see where these two could actually go. He says that he had an interest and he went in for the kiss, which shocked us and probably shocked Summer too. But that's okay because, hey, she was feeling it by the time she was done with that kiss. And I mean, he was really, it seems, passionate how he has his hands. Summer was like, yeah, I'm here for it. He put a big smile on my face. Then we got these toxic two. And I was hoping that Davide would just left that alone. But they were just fighting, calling each other fake Louis Vuittons and everything else. And he was like, you know what, we need to keep it like this. And I'm like, yeah, you two, y'all like the ups and downs, the emotional rushes that y'all give each other. That's what keep y'all interesting. I think he even alluded to something about that with the drama that they have in their relationship, to keep it interesting. Tasha is now happy at this moment to be back with Andrew. And you know why I say at this moment. But they're glad to be back. Wah, you know, and of course Tasha is swinging her arms, excited about being sold on Andrew now. So we'll see. Now this romantic scene between Luca and Gemma. So Luca, you know, a lot of us thought he was going to say it on the first date on whether or not he felt something deep for her. And so actually we got a treat in this episode, and take a look at this, you guys.
I think I'm in love with you.
The thing is, you wish...
No, I am in love.
You
Well, I do love you, and that's it.
So yes, these two have officially declared love for each other. She was kind of hesitant. He tried to say it the first time. She kind of cut him off a little bit, but he came back with it again, and then she was like, I love you too. So we'll see if they make it official as boyfriend and girlfriend as it comes along down the road. So with everybody now back mostly with the people that they really wanted to be with, bedtime was a beautiful thing for a lot of our couples. Luca and Gemma was already together, but especially like for Andrew and Tasha and India and Dami. So of course they got something to talk about the next morning. Paige again coupled up with, well, I should say the other way around. Adam coupled up with her because it was their choice. And she pretty much was like, there was little cuddles, not much. India told her girls that everything was great, of the fact no beauty salon but window shopping. And she was like, what that mean? Just a big look or something, she said. Tasha was excited to tell the girls, and also Andrew was excited telling the boys about them being back together. And then Luca and Gemma had news for everybody that they declared officially that they are in love with each other. He said, I'm in love with you. She said, love you too. So if that's what that means, great. So Dami gets a text message saying that the Islanders, it's time to take a trip to the Lips Inn to do a girls versus boys challenge. And we needed this. I mean, after Casa got real tense, so they did the Wish You Were Beer challenge. And this whole challenge, I guess it was supposed to test to see the quickest of who could fill up this container full of beer, the boys versus the girls. And all they had to do was slide across this table with all these glasses of beer. And then it goes into this bucket. And then when they pour the bucket in or whatever, it pretty much shows who had the most beer accumulated or whatever. I mean, it was fun to watch. It was exciting. I will say Danica and Ekansu came to play. They brought their A game. Then at the end, they had to see who can sprinkle the farthest. Now, it was harder for Ekansu because she was like, how do you guys actually do this? And it was so funny that Davide said, I had 27 years to practice. So, of course, what that means. But that was pretty funny. So then we're back in the villa, and Paige is questioning Andrew, like, what are you guys doing? Are you going to make it official or what? And pretty much, he'd said that, yes, I want her to be my girlfriend, and I'm going to ask her. And, I'm like, I don't know. But we'll talk more about that. And then Danica and Billy had this whole crazy thing talking about how her butt jiggles. And she's not liking the fact that it does that. So he was trying to teach her how to walk. Check this out.
A normal walk. So this is like a usual walk.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks like you're about to go on Britain's Got Talent.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I just...
No, that looks like you need the toilet.
Okay.
Just flow with it.
Well...
Just sort of like...
Okay.
No, I'm joking. No, don't do that. Don't do
I think with Billy...
Danica, girl, just stretch your stuff. You got it. Hey, embrace it. It is what it is. Embrace those hips, girl. You know you got it going on. So now we have Tasha deciding to make an announcement to her girls that she is going to be the one to ask Andrew to be her boyfriend. Paige was like, guess what? He's about to do the same thing as well. So she creates this whole romantic note. She gives instructions to the other Islanders on how to distract Andrew and where everybody needs to be and all of this stuff. And it kind of remind me, and I don't know if you guys remember, if you watch Love Island USA season 2, where we saw Johnny doing this something similar like this for Sully. So yeah, when she was peeking around corners and everything, it took me right back to a couple of years ago with Johnny and Sally when he was trying to ask her to be his girlfriend, and he was having everybody run all over the place. He's hiding behind things. And I'm like, is this something on the regular with the Love Island franchise and they tell him what to do? So he, after the guys released him because they were doing I Spy My Private Eye thing to distract him, he was able to find the little clues to, finally reunite the two of them. And they finally had a conversation where of course, she asked him to be her boyfriend, and he said yes. No surprise. Andrew, we knew he wasn't going to be like, let me think about it. Of course, he was going to say yes. Now, here's the interesting thing, because Danica asked Billy what he thought about them two becoming a couple as a boyfriend and girlfriend. Billy was like, wait a minute, 2 days ago, she just told me that she wasn't sure about him because she wanted to know if she was going to be missing out on something by not getting to know me. And I'm like, well, yeah. And I think that's the consensus around the island. Now, this particular scene was kind of funny because Billy was like, you know what, forget about that. Let me go and show you how I would approach you if I was trying to get to know you. So he reintroduced himself. And in the meantime, they started kissing and everybody saw it. I think she was shocked because when he went in for a kiss, she was like, oh. And I'm like, girl, you wanted to build a connection. Now, the question is, was his kiss and connection genuine? I couldn't say. But, yeah, I don't know. And you could tell it was kind of corny because they were laughing about it. But she claims that she wants to continue to build a connection. Then look like on this side of the villa with Ekansu and Davide, she looked like she was fishing for something. As if she was fishing for Davide to say some sweet romantic things to her. And I don't think she got what she wanted. He was so focused on trying to figure out what everybody else was doing. So, sorry Ekansu, not this time. So then she get a text message asking all the islanders to gather around the fire pit. And you know something is about to go down. So in this scenario, the least favorite persons are going to go home. So they picked the bottom three, and that was, of course, Summer, Coco, and Tasha. No surprise right there. And I'm like, yeah, I know he was shaking in his boots until it came out that he also got to be voted as one of the least favorite people in the villa. So, and that also included Josh and Deji. So, it left us at a cliffhanger. We won't know until tomorrow who is going home tonight. So, we'll have to see. All right, guys. So, let me know what you think. Do you think that they should send Andrew and Tasha home? Or do you also think that this whole thing with Gemma and Luca is genuine? I want to know your thoughts. Let's get the conversation started down in the comment section below. So, again, remember to take a second to make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Turn on your notifications to receive all updates. And don't forget to like and share. See you in the next video. Bye.